Hello and welcome back to TF1C, the Formula 1 chat. We are here to discuss the Spanish Grand Prix, the Formula 1 circus headed to Catalonia for this weekend's round of racing. And we're discussing W Series in this video, as it's the first to finish, it's the first we can record, and it's probably going to be the first one that we post. So yeah, it was interesting. Should we start with quali? Because yes. I've got a lot to say about the race, but we'll start with quali. You've got up the orders, of course. Jamie Chadwick, Powell again. I just don't see anyone stopping her. Like, Powell got close but couldn't make an overtake. Yeah. Pulling got close but couldn't make an overtake. Powell has been inconsistent, pacey but inconsistent. And after that, no one looks to be anywhere near her pace, really.
Yeah, I mean, Chadwick was the only driver to get into the 144s. She put in a 145.9. Alice Powell took P2 on the grid with a 145.2. So she's 3 times quicker than anyone.
I mean, it's mental. If you look at the championship now, of course, yeah, Chadwick leads by a lot. We'll get into the race later, but yeah. Qualifying, Chadwick took pole. Then it was Powell Pulling, Visser and Kimmelainen top 5 in quali. Then race start, Chadwick got a very good start, but Powell just seemed to bog down, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And Pulling got a nice move around the outside.
Pulling had a solid race. She kept Chadwick very honest throughout the whole thing.
Chadwick couldn't afford to go to sleep like she could in Miami.
It was probably one of the first races I've actually seen of W Series where someone did put pressure on Chadwick for the win.
But it's not like ahead.
Yeah.
Like Kimmelainen at Miami was ahead in the round 1, right? And then made the mistake, and then Chadwick
Pulling managed to stay on the pace. And even Alice Powell as well. All 3 of them matched each other for pace, and it was actually promising to see that maybe there is someone who can challenge Jamie Chadwick on her pace.
It's one thing to catch, another to pass.
Yeah.
Like, there was a massive straight at Catalonia, and none of them managed to get it down the inside there.
W Series doesn't have DRS.
I mean, the track didn't help. I think it's genuinely the worst track on the grid.
That's the thing. Say you had Pulling and Powell behind Chadwick, and then you give them that Miami straight, I think we're seeing a lot more overtaken.
Yeah. But then equally, Chadwick seemed to have much more pace at Miami because I think the heat wasn't quite as thing. I just think Spain's horrific for many reasons. One, no overtaking opportunities, bar turn 1, I think, is the only real place you can go for it. The W Series cars were kind of flying around, but you tend to see that in feeder series. They're going for moving more reckless places.
Doesn't really get it because they don't have DRS.
Well, yeah, there's no DRS. There was no pit stops, of course, so there's no strategy change. There's no danger. Chadwick can just lead from the first lap without any trouble.
That's the thing, but when you do a half-an-hour race, you can't really put pit stops in there because it's a bit pointless.
Well, you could mandate a pit stop, though.
If
you mandate it, they've got a pit. It adds some jeopardy, and it adds some strategy. It means that it's not just whoever quickest wins. Because it's going to be Chadwick every week.
Yeah.
Whereas at least if there is that element of, oh no, Generation have fucked up a pit stop, now maybe Pulling or Powell could win. Or go for the win. It would work both ways, I presume. Jenna would probably have the best pit stop mechanics. So maybe Chadwick would lead by even more, but it at least throws something into the mix.
Yeah.
Because you'd have like tyre strategies, and at the moment they run on do they even have more than one compound?
No.
I was going to say, I've never seen them running on anything else. So managing tyres and stuff would then become a thing.
Yeah.
Or at least if they gave them a soft and a medium, then people could choose to try the medium for the whole race, or maybe try a soft pit stop. But
I was just glad to see that someone could actually stay within a second of Chadwick. And the top 3 were very quick. And
the problem was then Spain, tyres got hot, tyres overheated, you can't really go for a move, especially without any DRS.
I mean, the top 3 checked out from everyone else.
Yeah.
Bit pointless. And so in terms
overall, bit of a disappointing race. Podium, Chadwick, Pulling, Powell, fair enough. Was it then Kimmelainen
in 4th, Visser in 5th.
This has had a quietly good season. Let's give us somehow 4th in the championship, but I swear I've not seen her.
Well, she got a podium in Miami.
I know.
And then she got a P5.
I guess I didn't see that race. I haven't really thought about her.
Only DNF was Chloe Chambers in the other generation.
She got all the way to the last lap and then concentration had a little spin. I do like the championship standing, the constructors' championship standings, where generating on 76 points and Chadwick has had 75 of them. That's amusing. There's no dig at Chloe Chambers, it's her debut season, but it just shows how sensational Jamie Chadwick is at the moment. But yeah, championship now then. Chadwick on 75, Pulling is then on 38 and Powell's on 33. Even if Pulling and Powell combined to be like one driver, they would still be behind Jamie Chadwick by 4 points.
Crazy.
Absolutely mental, yeah.
I do think Chadwick can be stopped. We saw that some, there are other drivers on the grid that can match her for pace, and there will be some tracks where maybe she isn't the quickest.
I think she can be. I think it's more of a question of will she? Do you think Jamie Chadwick will win this championship?
I think she's in a very good position. Obviously, she's got maximum points from the first 3 races, and W Series only do what, 8, 10?
That's not what I asked, but sure. How good a position she's in? Yeah, great one.
She's in a great position to win it, but I do also think there could be a threat from Pulling and Powell if they can find a little bit more pace and try and get ahead of Chadwick.
I think it's inevitable. I think it's like Lewis Hamilton between 2014 and 2020. I mean, other than the Rosberg little blip in there, it just seems like Chadwick's going to win every race, and it's such a shame that no one gave her a chance in F3 or F2 this season.
Yeah.
Because I look at some of the clowns in those series, I'm thinking Caldwell in Formula 2. I don't think the bloke knows he has brakes. Like, Chadwick's surely going to do better than him.
I mean, even F3.
Exactly.
F2 could be a bit of a leap, but I think
I'd love
F3.
to see someone from W Series get a chance in F3.
Like, why is Brad Benavides still going round for cars?
He isn't.
He isn't.
Unless he's spun it, he's not going around. But yeah, I would like to see Chadwick given a chance in Formula 3.
But as we've said before on here, I definitely do think there is potential for Abbi Pulling, especially. I definitely think she could get the jump if she's given the chance, because she's a very quick driver. This is her only first full season.
She needs Chadwick out of the sport to be able to really prove herself, because she's not got a win yet, because Chadwick wins every race.
If you take Chadwick out of W Series, I think Pulling will dominate.
There's a reason why, Pulling and Powell will probably have a really good fight. There's a reason why Formula 2 and Formula 3 don't let their champions come back. Yeah. Because it would be completely pointless. Like, if Piastri was driving again for Prema this season and just dominated it again, it would be so pointless. And yet also, obviously, then limits the opportunities for younger drivers. Because Hauser wouldn't be in that seat. Or Hauser or Derivla wouldn't be in that seat. So, yeah, I don't think they should be having W Series champions return. But if Chadwick has no other options, which she wasn't presented with...
It's the only, it's a female motorsport. This is their best opportunity to give fit. If say Chadwick got taken out by season 1, I don't think she'd have stood a chance of getting anywhere.
Hopefully Jenna loves it so much that she then goes and buys a Formula 3 team.
And then goes and puts Chadwick in there.
Yeah. And then goes, up to F2 we go.
Yeah, and then makes an F1 team.
Jenna Andretti. That could be the way that Andretti get in there.
By the way, that sounds ridiculous to hear. Jenna and
Andretti too.
That'd be mental.
I mean, Andretti looked like joining. I don't think Jenna. I don't know what the aspiration is for Jenna now, but I imagine W Series is where they'll stay.
Yeah, I don't see them coming.
I don't think it's a motorsport passion. I think it's a female empowerment and little bit of publicity push, but. Yeah, I mean, she does seem to be passionate about it. I mean, she has turned up to the races, so that is something. And it gives a seat for Chloe Chambers and Jamie Chadwick.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a good platform. Right, that's probably it for W Series. I mean, it wasn't a great race. There's not much to talk about. There's a couple incidents. Powell struggled off the line, but then it was just pretty much everyone said the same from there on.
That is Barcelona.
It's such a poor circuit. And when you look at the tracks that aren't on the calendar, like even Portimao, not a stunning circuit, but if you get a bit of rain, can be good. Turkey misses out this season. We've got no race in Germany, both the Nürburgring and the Hockenheim, and Hockenheim would provide better races. Within Spain, you've got the Valencia track. Let's bring it back. Let's refurbish it, or concrete Barcelona and build a good circuit there.
I think you could change...
Because it's not like a natural circuit woven out of the rich tapestry that's the Spanish countryside. It's a man-made one from Herman Tilke.
I think you can adapt the track to make it better.
Yeah, and I'll show you how. Right, you see that final corner?
Oh, chicane.
Just
get it gone. It is horrific.
Let's make it a corner and not a chicane.
That little tiny back straight you get if that was extended, you could see moves into there. But what happens is you gain momentum through there, and then suddenly, we've got to go do this little chicane thing.
Do you know what it would suit? Formula E. You stick some walls around that, they would love it.
They would.
Just
And the whole rest of the track, they'd hate it.
I think it'd be interesting because it would be a bit of a faster street track. I think it'd be really good, actually.
Yeah.
Formula E, if you need some ideas for tracks, there you've got one there.
But don't then go put Formula 1 on the
one with the walls. They won't fit.
On the Valencia Formula E track as well.
Well, you never know. Could be interesting. No, but Valencia is a nice circuit.
It is. Formula
E just put up walls for a laugh. Because that's their thing.
They just fancy a laugh.
That's like,
it's not
we have walls. Why don't they go to Monaco and just put a wall at the...
nothing to do with the fact it's electric.
What's it called?
The only difference...
Swimming pool section, yeah.
The only difference is they just whack walls left, right and centre.
Pretty much. Right, yeah, we'll probably call it a day there.
I'll be honest though, just one more thing. I'm glad we didn't have 2 races this weekend. Because I think that would have been
pointless. Well, they couldn't have fit it in with the F3 and the F2 and stuff. There is only one more W3 doubleheader, isn't it? That's Austin at the end of the season. So they love it in the USA. But yeah, W3 is next at Silverstone. So no W3s at Monaco.
So putting them all at Silverstone.
Baku. And then, I don't think there's... Is there another track race in there? I've forgotten in the F1 calendar? Or is it just Monaco, Baku, and then Silverstone?
There's got to be another in there, surely.
I'll have a quick...
France? When's France?
Might be before. I can't remember when France is.
Last year,
France is after, isn't it?
We had France and all of that before. I actually know this at the year's F1 calendar. But yeah, so...
I did know it. I've now forgotten it.
will be back at Silverstone. We'll have everything there as well. I believe F2 and F3 and F1 are all at Silverstone as well. So
Canada. W3's not going to Canada. So yeah, Monaco, Azerbaijan, Canada, the next 3. W3 won't be there. They'll be at Silverstone though in July.
Together doesn't make any sense, no.
You know, they've had Miami, so they could have moved Canada and then pushed
Spain.
You can put, off. You can't, yeah.
Just off. Just put it off.
You can't put Spain in the summer, but you could put, like, Turkey.
Put it in the winter.
No. Let's tarmac Spain.
No, not the whole way. I love Spain.
Okay, no, I mean the track. And then, put a roof on so we can make it cool, and we can choose the conditions. Bit of rain, ooh, jeopardy. That would be good.
Just Ted Kravitz on the roof with a bucket of water, just keep chucking it on the track.
Yeah, it's like little splashes, you never know where it's going to land.
like some F1 race stars on Mario Kart.
Yeah. Right, yeah, that's all for this video. Jamie Chadwick is dominant with 75 points to the top of the standings, Pulling with 38. Driver of the weekend? What are you thinking?
I'll be really boring to go with Chadwick, so I'm going to say Pulling.
Yeah, I mean, what other options are there? Well, I think Kivalainen just drove round in circles. Good job there. Yeah, I'll go Pulling. I was the only one that actually made an overtake, I think, on Powell. There was a few others, like the back.
But that was on lap 1.
Juju Noda, to be fair, had a really solid weekend. Qualifying looked strong. Then I believe finished P12 in the race.
Yes.
Really, really strong from the academy driver. That's really good progress from her. Same can't really be said for Bustamante, who just spent the time with like
smashing the people.
Abby Eaton. Those two just
those two just sat at the back doing nothing.
Genuinely. Right, we're gonna call it a day. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.
See ya.